Part 31. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yun Suya. Chapter 301. Chapter 301. Invisible flirting is the most deadly. You heard wrong, I didn't say anything. Xia Ying quickly retorted. Then Xia Ying heard Yu Lingfeng's two low laughs. Xia Ying felt her body stiffen and her whole body froze. Yu Lingfeng's two laughs just now were life-threatening. Invisible flirting is the most deadly. On Yu Lingfeng's side, Yu Lingfeng suddenly heard a dull sound coming from the corner, so he got up and walked over to take a look. 11 Ju was lying on the ground with a lifeless look on his face. His heart almost jumped out of his chest, and 11 Ju cried in his heart, "Master, promise me, you'll stop laughing in the future, okay?" Especially the loud one. Yu Lingfeng frowned, wondering what was going on with 11 Ju. Something went wrong with the program. It shouldn't be. Forget it, it's more important to talk to Xia Ying on the phone. So Yu Lingfeng glanced at 11 Ju on the ground, turned around and left. You said you thought of a way to deal with Jiao Na. What is the success rate of this method? Is it dangerous? Of course not, just wait for my good news. Xia Ying said with some pride. Good. Yu Lingfeng responded. After chatting for a few words, Xia Ying and Yu Lingfeng ended the call. Xia Ying immediately lowered her head and started looking through her address book. In the latest saved number, Xia Ying pressed the dial button. Hello, who are you? I am Xia Ying. Xia Ying. Jiaolin on the other end of the phone was so shocked that she almost dropped her phone to the ground. I want to talk to you alone, do you have time? Xia Ying asked. But. Jiaolin was at a loss for a moment. She never expected that Xia Ying would contact her, and how did she have her number? In this situation, we have nothing to talk about. Jolene said weakly. She doesn't dare to see Xia Ying at all now. Ever since she stole Xia Ying's music to participate in the competition and was exposed, Jiaolin has been living in fear every day. Although she tried her best to immerse herself in the music and forget about this incident, the more she tried to forget it, the more she couldn't forget it. I don't know if your sister has found some powerful person to cover up your matter, but is it true that you two sisters stole my music? Xia Ying said calmly. Yes, I'm sorry. Jolene whispered. And, not only that, you also took the opportunity to pour the dirty water on me, saying that I framed you. There are also in Psyche's newcomers who were suppressed and withdrawn from the circle by Jiao Na. They are already so pitiful, and you still don't you feel uneasy about letting them bear such pressure from public opinion? Keyboard warriors can kill people indirectly, do you want to kill them? Facing Xia Ying's series of aggressive questions, Jiaolin only felt ashamed. She doesn't know how this matter evolved into the current situation. She doesn't want to, really doesn't want to. She has forced herself not to watch the news on the internet. She didn't know what Jiao Na was thinking, but she felt really sorry. She couldn't sleep or eat well every day, and she couldn't concentrate when practicing music. I'm sorry, I really have no way to interfere with these things. I know that my sister has done some bad things, and I know that she is sorry for you, but she is my sister after all. I am just calling you today to tell you that what you two sisters have done will sooner or later be known to the public. Xia Ying finished speaking and hung up the phone directly. Jolene squatted down in grievance, hugged her knees and started crying. Thanks to the little QTA / Yaoer. More rewards. End of this chapter. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yun Suya. Chapter 302. Chapter 302. Thornbird is holding a fan meeting. Xia Ying hung up the phone, looked at the phone recording she had just saved with satisfaction, and smiled. Jonah is smart all her life, but it's a pity that she has such a weak and stupid sister. Xia Ying asked someone to investigate Jiao Lin's work and rest time and also got Jiao Lin's phone number. At this time every day, she practiced piano at her music teacher's house. Moreover, Kiana has been busy taking advantage of the popularity to make money by increasing her presence. She thinks she is foolproof, so naturally she has no time to talk to Xiaolin. So at this time, Xiaolin was alone, so Xia Ying attacked her so easily. As for Xia Ying's guess, after the phone call between Xiaolin and Xia Ying, not only did Xiaolin not have any doubts about Xia Ying's purpose of making this call, but she fell into deep self-blame. Xia Ying knew that even if she posted this recording on her social media account, it would be hacked soon. What's more, her current social media account seems to be frozen and completely unusable. Therefore, Xia Ying thought of the Thorn Bird. Xia Ying logged into Thornbird's Weibo account and posted a Weibo message. I will hold a fan meeting at the Bright Pearl Hotel at 10 a.m. this Sunday, and there will also be new songs for you to meet, come and meet me /. Xia Ying finished posting on Weibo and smiled lightly. The first appearance of the Thornbird will definitely cause a huge sensation. At that time, any media will send people to film it, and there may even be a live broadcast online. At that time, if Xia Ying releases that recording again, even the King of Heaven will not be able to do anything about it. The big boss behind Kiana can't just erase everyone's memories, right? What's more, in the recording, Xiaolin acquiesced to all the bad things that Xiaona had done. Xiaona was unable to fly this time. 10 minutes later, Thornbird's fan meeting was ranked first on the Weibo hot search list. This talented and popular singer has always been speculated by the public. Thornbird is one of the most popular singers today. With a huge fan base and the fact that she has never shown up, her sudden announcement of a fan meeting naturally caused a sensation across the internet. Ah! Did I read that right? Is the Thornbird finally making an appearance? I am so happy. Can everyone go? I am going, I'm going, I'm going. I will always support Thornbirds and look forward to new songs he. Fan meeting? Are you going to release new songs? So excited. Muni Ankai was so excited when she saw the news that she fell from the sofa to the ground. She rubbed her eyes and repeatedly confirmed that she was not dreaming and that this was not her fantasy. Thornbird, her goddess, is about to show up. Fan meeting, she is her super fan. She must go. At this moment, Xiaona, who was filming a promotional video for a well-known cosmetics brand, took advantage of her break to browse Weibo and saw the news. He raised his lips in disdain. He was just an internet singer. How could he cause such a big sensation? It also went directly to the top of the hot search list, knocking out Jonah became the spokesperson of Cherik China, which was originally at the top. Now, the number one hot search list is Thornbird fan meeting, the second is Thornbird new song, the third is Thornbird appears for the first time, the fourth is Thornbird's true face revealed, the fifth is Thornbird forcibly squeezed Xiaona down. Xiaona suppressed the curse and refrained from yelling. Humph, after all, he is just a shady internet singer who is only popular for a short time. There is no way to compare with her. She wants to see who still remembers this bird in 3 years. La la la, let's do something, do something. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yun Suya. Chapter 303. Chapter 303 Transformation into a Thorn Bird. In the castle, Yu Lingfeng learned from 11 Ju that Xia Ying was going to hold a fan meeting as a thorn bird. Yu Lingfeng immediately understood what Xia Ying was talking about. She was quite smart. Is it really okay to reveal your identity so early? She is still preparing for the college entrance examination. Once the identity of Thornbird is exposed, many constraints will follow. At that time, there were cameras and reporters all around. How could she prepare for the exam with peace of mind? However, Yu Lingfeng thought for a while and felt that Xia Ying should be able to think of this. His girl is stronger than he thought. Now that he decided to do this, he must have thought through all the consequences. Ziyu said from beside Yu Lingfeng, "Master, are we going that day?" Yu Lingfeng nodded, "Yeah." "Hey, okay." 11 Ju immediately smiled and ran back to his room. Xia Ying reserved the entire venue for the brilliant pearl, and a bustling crowd flocked here that day. Xia Ying also prepared bodyguards in advance to maintain order at the scene. Due to venue restrictions, it was impossible to let every fan of the Thornbirds in. And this time Xia Ying's purpose was mainly to let the media expose Qiao Na's crime, so naturally only the media and reporters were allowed in. However, the LED screens outside the dazzling Pearl Cent Hall and the Imperial Capital City Square, as well as the large and small squares in the Imperial Capital, were all contracted by Xia Ying to broadcast the scene of the Thornbirds fan meeting. Therefore, fans from all corners of the country, whether they are outside or watching TV and computers at home, can watch the Thornbirds fan meeting online. Chu Shenxiu didn't take it seriously when he saw that Thornbirds was being promoted on the internet, and the fan meeting was like a spring festival gala. As for such a big pomp, I don't know how much this will cost. It's really inhumane. However, when Chu Shenxiu learned from Xia Ying that the Thornbird was her, Chu Shenxiu was completely stunned. What? Chu Shenxiu looked at Xia Ying, who was already in disguise, with his eyes almost popping out of his head. Are you the Thornbird? Are you the Thornbird? What's going on? Xia Ying wore a long red gauze dress and a gold-rimmed black feather mask on her face, revealing only a small cherry mouth with soft and smooth lines and two clear eyes. In order to be recognized by some of Xia Ying's true fans, Xia Ying even wore red contact lenses. She looked beautiful but not sexy, gorgeous but not vulgar. Xia Ying also wore a gray-green wig, with long curly hair hanging straight down her waist. She looked extremely charming no matter what angle she looked at. Xia Ying's outfit today is different from usual. Normally, Xia Ying wears an elegant and sweet style. Today, Xia Ying changes from her usual style and wears a dazzling and gorgeous style. In Chu Shenxiu's words, today's Xia Ying is like a fairy who can capture people's hearts. With just one look, she steals your heart silently. Now is not the time to explain this, Xia Ying said. You will help me look out for the wind later. As soon as my mother goes out, you will tell me, and then I will secretly take the car to Bright Pearl. Chu Shenxiu was surprised, if you put it this way, and still doesn't know that you are a Thornbird. He was actually the first to know, he. Yes, we can't let her know yet. Xia Ying said. Okay, cousin Xia Ying, I'll take care of this matter, Chu Shenxiu said, patting his chest. Thanks to the little cutie dirty girl heart for the reward. End of this chapter. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuan Suya. Chapter 304. Chapter 304, God rewards you with food. As soon as Xia Ying walked out of the house, she saw an extended version of a cool black nanny car parked at the door. On one side of the car stood a tall man with a strong aura. Yu Lingfeng was wearing a formal black dress today. It was obviously a very ordinary style, but it felt extremely charming when wearing it on Yu Lingfeng. Xia Ying swallowed silently and stared at Yu Lingfeng, stunned for a moment. Yu Lingfeng's originally indifferent expression brightened up after seeing Xia Ying. Xia Ying approached Yu Lingfeng and looked up at him. Did you guess it? Yu Lingfeng nodded. Well, I'll go with you. There were so many media reporters today. Although Xia Ying had taken measures in advance, she did not show up. But if she doesn't get it right, some brave people will step forward and pull her mask. Therefore, just in case, Yu Lingfeng followed him. Xia Ying looked Yu Lingfeng up and down for a while, then touched her chin and frowned and said, No, you can't go out like this. Just wait for me. Xia Ying said, turned around and ran towards the house again. When Xia Ying ran home, Chu Shenxiu came out. Chu Shenxiu was going to secretly protect his cousin Xia Ying as a bystander. In order to prevent his face from causing unnecessary trouble, Chu Shenxiu deliberately dressed up in a low-key manner. Wearing a pair of sunglasses, simple casual clothes, and not combing his hair much. However, when Chu Shenxiu saw Yu Lingfeng, he immediately became furious. Holy crap, is this guy planning to go on a catwalk? It was the first time that Chu Shenxiu saw Yu Lingfeng wearing a suit, instead of his usual strange, Sherlock Holmes-like dark windbreaker. Hey, are you coming over too? Chu Shenxiu took off his sunglasses, raised his eyebrows, looked at Yu Lingfeng and said. You will cause chaos if you dress like this. Chu Shenxiu said. Zihu on the side remained silent. His master was keeping a low profile. I just chose an ordinary suit just for the occasion, but the point is that this face is too prominent. A slight change from your usual style will make you look stunning. Can you? Yu Lingfeng frowned in confusion. Then, Yu Lingfeng thought of the scene when she and Xia Ying went to the old-time coffee shop that day. Suddenly, a bad thought arose in my heart, and the reporters who went there today were all media reporters who specialize in creating gossip. If they caught him, they would definitely take endless pictures. At this time, Xia Ying had already run over with the equipment she prepared for Yu Lingfeng. Chu Shenxiu watched helplessly as Xia Ying put on a pair of black sunglasses for Yu Lingfeng. Then Xia Ying looked at Yu Lingfeng seriously, shook her head in self-denial and said, "No, he's still too handsome." Yu Lingfeng. Xia Ying then stood on her toes and put a black mask on Yu Lingfeng, and then nodded with satisfaction, "Well, that's good." Yu Lingfeng looked very well behaved throughout the whole process, not saying a word, letting Xia Ying play with her like a doll. 11 Ju stared at Yu Lingfeng for a long time before saying, "This is indeed a lot better, although he may still be a bit suspicious of a killer from behind." Xia Ying spread her hands helplessly, "This is already my greatest ability. How can this guy be born to be blessed by God? He is so dazzling all over his body. Thanks to the little cuties, send a dream and cafe for their rewards." This is the 5th update. There will be another update later. End of this chapter. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuan Suya. Chapter 305. Chapter 305. Why does the thornbird sound so much like Xia Ying? Zihu suddenly said excitedly to Xia Ying, "Then do I have to cover up something?" Xia Ying just glanced at 11 Ju, and then said, "That's not necessary. At most, others will think you are some unpopular star." Ju. Why didn't he understand? For Yu Lingfeng, it is absolutely impossible to be recognized as a star. As long as he has good looks like his, he can be successful just by brushing his face. That's why he had to cover up, otherwise he would be photographed by the media. Tomorrow there will be random gossip topics such as top handsome guys and super handsome men. When Xia Ying and the others arrived at the Shining Pearl Hotel, the place was as crowded as she expected. "The thornbird is out!" Someone shouted. "Is it a thornbird? Is it really a thornbird? But why didn't she show her face? Oh my God, I'm just waiting for her to show her face. Why are she still wearing a mask to play mysterious?" Xia Ying arrived at the press conference surrounded by bodyguards, and then sat in front of the venue. In front of Xia Ying, there were all the media reporters holding machines and filming the live broadcast. When Xia Ying sat down, the whole place suddenly burst into commotion because of her mask. Everyone thought that they would be able to take a photo of the true appearance of the thornbird today. After all, the pomp and circumstance was so huge. However, it turned out that the thornbird came up just wearing a mask. Moreover, she is wearing a red dress today, and her figure is graceful, which makes people endlessly daydream. It always leads people to guess how charming the true appearance hidden under the mask will be, or maybe it is really like some rumors on the internet. Like that, the thorn bird is really ugly and can't be seen. Everyone, please be quiet. Xia Ying spoke into the microphone. Suddenly, the media reporters in the audience fell silent because the sweet female voice that the thorn bird just sang was so moving. Wait a minute, you are wearing a mask, how do we know you are the thorn bird? Xia Ying was just about to say something when a reporter asked a sharp question. Suddenly, many people on the scene began to agree. After all, ever since thornbirds became popular, there have been a lot of people pretending to be thornbirds on the internet because of their nature of never showing their faces. Although this is the news released by Thornbird's official Weibo, it is inevitable that some people will still have such doubts. Xia Ying remained calm and replied, even if I take off my mask, you don't know if I am or not. Well, it's useless to say more. I will sing a few lines and you should be able to tell whether they are true or false. As soon as Xia Ying finished saying this, she sang 2 lines of Tommy Love. Although she sang a cappella, Xia Ying's voice was very good, and the thornbird's singing voice was also very distinctive. There was no doubt that it was her. She is indeed a powerful singer. Even if she sings a cappella, she can still move people's hearts. As soon as Xia Ying finished singing, there was warm applause. At this moment, Jun Chennai in the audience and Muni Ankai, who was forced to sit with Jun Chennai, had the same idea in their minds. Why does the thornbird's voice sound so much like Xia Ying's? Not only Muni Ankai and Jun Chennai at the scene had such doubts, but Kiana, who was bored watching the live broadcast on her mobile phone, actually wanted to see what this legendary singer looked like. Although she didn't see his face, but Jiao Na also felt that her voice was very similar to Xia Ying's, so much so that she couldn't tell the difference at first glance. Thanks to the little cuties stay in memories and look at the past, Luo Qiren, and Tang Sun for their rewards. Did, here comes the 6th update. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuan Suya. Chapter 306. Chapter 306 Electronic Music Song Silence. Thornbird, what is your real name? Why haven't you shown up yet? Is it true that you can't see anyone like what is said on the internet? Thornbird, what do you think about your current position at the top of the list of popular singers for a long time? Thornbird, what kind of song will the new song be? Xia Ying was bombarded with questions thrown at her from all directions. Yu Lingfeng stood behind Xia Ying, stretched out his hand and touched her shoulder, trying to give her some strength. Upon seeing this, Chu Shenxiu, who was beside Yu Lingfeng, immediately pulled Yu Lingfeng's hand over and gave him a warning look. Everyone, please be quiet. Today's fan meeting is mainly to promote the new song. Xia Ying said, and then made a gesture to the staff behind her. Then, the title and lyrics of Thornbird's new song were displayed on the LED screen above the venue. This song is an electronic music. As soon as the intro was played, the place immediately exploded. While listening to the song, everyone admired the Thornbirds' extraordinary talent. Each of the 4 songs released by the Thornbirds is of a different genre. The folk-style Shadow Traveler, the hip-hop style Genius Dreamer, the soothing English song Tommy Love, and now, Thornbirds has extended its hand to the field of electronic music. This is like trying to block the entire music industry by one person. The rhythm of a style singer's music path. Produced by Thornbird, this is her first masterpiece, this electronic music. If it doesn't make the list tomorrow, these reporters will be ready to take her last name. It's really explosive. Chinese electronic music has never been very good. There are few high-quality electronic music works that are widely circulated, and now Thornbird is here to fill this gap. This man is simply terrifying. Music geek. However, when the music came to the end and everyone was still unfinished, suddenly, a conversation broke out. Hello, who are you? I am Xia Ying. I don't know what powerful person your sister found to cover up your matter, but is it true that you two sisters stole my music? Yes, I'm sorry. Moreover, not only that, you also took the opportunity to pour the dirty water on me, saying that I framed you. There are also in Psyche's newcomers who were suppressed and withdrawn from the circle by Jiao Na. They are already so pitiful, and you still want them to bear such pressure from public opinion. Don't you feel uneasy about your conscience? Keyboard warriors can kill people indirectly. Do you want to kill them? I am sorry, I really have no way to interfere with these matters. I know that my sister has done some bad things, and I know that she is sorry for you, but she is my sister after all. I am just calling you today to tell you that what you two sisters have done will be known to the public sooner or later. While the recording was still playing, the reporters and media in the audience, including the city square and the crowd watching the Thornbirds live broadcast on the internet, all exploded. Things with Jiao Na turned around again. Stealing songs and suppressing newcomers are all true, and all those things before were fooled by her using some despicable means. Jonas fans said their face hurts. May I ask where you got this recording of Thornbird, is it true? Why did you play this recording at the fan meeting? So it's true that Jiao Na was rumored to have stolen songs and suppressed newcomers before. A series of questions were thrown at Xia Ying, but this time, Xia Ying was very satisfied. Thanks to the little cutie lemon-flavored little dot for the reward. There are still 6 updates today, remember to vote for recommendations. End of this chapter. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yun Suya. Chapter 307. Chapter 307, Evil does not suppress good. At this moment, Qiana and her agency have exploded. Where did the inexplicable recording of Thornbird come from? Why did she release this recording at her fan meeting? What is her purpose? As for Xiaolin, she was concentrating on her singing lessons at this time and was unaware of everything happening in the outside world. When Xiao Na's call came, Xiaolin still looked confused. Before Xiaolin had time to say hello, Xiao Na on the other end of the phone cursed her head and face. Did you go behind my back to meet Xia Ying? Where did the Thornbirds recording come from? Why are you so stupid? Why did you do everything, and even let someone leave the recording evidence and publish it? Xiaolin was confused by Xiao Na's scolding, but one thing she knew very well was that something bad had happened, and it was related to her. Sister, what are you talking about? I didn't go behind your back to see Xia Ying, and I didn't admit it either. When Xiaolin said this, she suddenly paused, then opened her eyes wide, and suddenly remembered the phone call Xia Ying made to her out of nowhere that day. On the phone, Xia Ying questioned her and Xiao Na about their crimes, and she indeed admitted them all. Could it be said that Xia Ying made a recording that day? But, even if it was recorded, how did she send this recording out? Doesn't her sister have that omnipotent watching over her? How could such a thing happen? What are you thinking about? Did you do something stupid? Jonah was so angry that she almost lost her breath. She had just received a bunch of endorsements from international brands a few days ago, but she suddenly got the news about this so-called recording. Is this a deliberate attempt to lift her to heaven and then throw her down to hell? This matter has been reversed again. Netizens said that they can eat it until they are full. At this time, most of Qiana's fans have already pretended to be dead online. Reversal of the Qiana incident 3.0, Qiana fans slapped her in the face again and other related topics immediately became hot on Weibo. Although there are still some mindless fans who support Xiao Na on the internet, saying that the recording of Thornbirds must be fake. How could Xiao Na cover the sky with just one hand and cover up all the things that had been revealed before? Moreover, The people involved were all members of the four major families in the imperial capital, Xiaoying, Jun Chenai, and Muniankai. None of these people were rich, powerful, and famous. How could a mere Qiana do such a hideous thing? The Thornbirds just wanted to create hype. First they announced the release of a song, then they made a hyped appearance at a fan meeting, but they didn't show up at all. Then they released this fake recording. From beginning to end, they were just riding the hype. Xia Ying naturally knew that some people would question the authenticity of the recording, so she directly responded to those questioning voices. I know it may be difficult for everyone to accept it for a while, but this is the fact. Xia Ying and I are good friends, and this phone is hers. This recording is a phone call recording, it can't be faked. I don't know if any of you here are knowledgeable. I can completely accept any appraisal. The reason why I released this recording at my fan meeting is because Xia Ying is in it. As the saying goes, evil cannot prevail against good. As soon as Thornbird finished speaking, the media reporters below and people on the internet all exploded. End of this chapter. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuan Suya. Chapter 308. Chapter 308. Another slap in the face. Cherry blossoms in summer. Am I the only one who thinks the sound of the thornbird is similar to my summer cherry blossoms? Xiao Yingying is the most beautiful and cutest and does not accept refutation. Wait for me downstairs, you are not alone. The thornbird's thorn branch. Wow, the thornbird has such a sense of justice and will always support you. Enthusiastic netizen MS Wang, where are the crazy fans of Chiao Na's family, got slapped in the face and killed, don't you come out to be a monster? Before the media reporters and netizens below could recover from the reversal of the plot, Xia Ying started the next wave of slaps in the face. By the way, I have other evidence here. Xia Ying slowly raised her fingers to Chu Shenxiu behind her. Chu Shenxiu immediately stepped forward and handed Xia Ying a folder. Xia Ying opened the folder under everyone's gaze, then showed it to everyone and explained, this is a certificate from the San Diego Music Competition Organizing Committee. Qiao Lin was disqualified from the competition and banned for life because of stealing music. It's not that Qiao Na was quibbling because she failed in the competition. If you don't believe it, I still have a video of the competition. Her performance that day was perfect, she didn't fail at all, and she got very high scores. At this time, netizens began to express their praise online. Bad people should be punished. The Chiao sisters are so disgusting, please stop being disgusting. I feel bad for the brand that was endorsed by Chiao Na before. I feel bad for Cherik. Support, support, another wave of slaps in the face. After seeing Chiao Na unhappy for a long time, I knew that this matter was not that simple. Muniankai and Jun Chenai looked at each other in the audience. They originally came to the meeting because of the thornbirds, but now it is becoming more and more exciting and fun. At this time, Muniankai and Jun Chenai also stepped forward to support the thornbird. The staff gave them 2 microphones very sensibly. Everyone, Jun Chenai, will put my words here today. I guarantee with my character after so many years of debut, what Thornbird just said is all the truth, and half of it framed Chiao Na. Jun Chenai just quit the entertainment industry immediately. When Jun Chenai said this, his expression was determined and there was no room for doubt. The media reporters below also kept taking pictures. Jun Chenai even came out to support, and Jun Chenai's fans all came out to support their idol. Jun Chenai's chocolate, I knew our young master Jun was the most handsome and coolest, who said before that my young master Jun was so excited that his head was filled with shit. My Mr. Jun is the #1 most beautiful male star in the world, and the most popular national male in China, need to rub off on that Joe Snake's heat, but, this is the worst time I, Mr. Jun, have ever been hacked. Xia Ying's loyal fan, huh. Inexplicably, I found Jun Chenai's handsomeness and decided to become a fan. The chivalrous couple will be together all their lives, ha ha ha. Is it my imagination? Mr. Jun seems to be very concerned about my Xia Ying's affairs, and he is inexplicably attracted to her. Mu Niankai also followed Jun Chennai and said, please use your brains a little to know the character of Chiao Na. So many people jumped out to testify against her before, and all the evidence was removed from the internet overnight. Those who slandered her, the person apologized inexplicably. Don't you think there is something fishy? No one wants to take advantage of her, and no one cares about whether she is doing well or not, and no one wants to bring her down. Don't you think so? If Chiao Na doesn't get out of the entertainment industry, the industry will not be able to calm down. After Mu Niankai finished speaking, she sneaked closer to Xia Ying, feeling as happy as a flower. You are actually so close to my goddess, wow! Excited. End of this chapter. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuan Suya. Chapter 309. Chapter 309. Chiao Na's life is dark. After the Thornbirds fan meeting, the hot search list on Weibo became: first, the Joanna incident is reversed again. Second, Thornbird fan meeting. Third, Jonah, get out of the entertainment industry. Fourth, the Thornbirds' new song is so good. Fifth, who is the mysterious boss behind Chiao Na? Sixth, what is the relationship between Thornbird and Xia Ying? Seventh, feeling sorry for Xia Ying. Xia Ying's little star, hey, my goddess Xia Ying is actually good friends with the Thornbird. I decided to follow the Thornbird. Joe Snake, get out of the entertainment industry. Jonah is really the most disgusting person I have ever seen since I was a child. How can such a person be praised as the national goddess in the entertainment industry? Since when has our country of Great China been so short of people? Has Chiao Na apologized today? On the top floor, Chiao Na, please explode on the spot. By the way, I have to apologize to Xia Ying and Psyche before the explosion. The thorn branch of the Thornbird. 1. Joanna is so disgusting. 2. The Thornbird is the best. The new song is so good. 3. I feel sorry for Xia Ying and Psyche, who was misunderstood before. 4. So who was the big boss who helped Kiana before? They should be dug out and turned around together. At this moment, Chiao Na and the people in her company are extremely anxious. Things have reached this point and there is no way to reverse it. Jolin bit her lip and remained silent, lowering her head in a grieved manner, not daring to look at Chiao Na. In the days after the Thornbirds fan meeting, Chiao Na remained high on Weibo's trending list. Some extreme netizens even picked out the entire Chiao family and scolded them. I want to ask the Chiao sisters, are they dead? Even if you die, come out and swindle your body, okay? Plagiarizing my goddess's songs and then making fun of her, and letting your own crazy fans besiege her? Do you have any conscience at all? Is this the tutor of the Chiao family, one of your 4 major families? It really disgusts me. That's right, Chiao Na's acting skills are really amazing, nothing can be said about the actress. The fans were stunned for a moment, and even asked them to call Xia Ying a plagiarist, shameless, a drama queen, and a snake. By the way, what happened to Psyche's actresses before is probably true, right? It must have been public relations. How powerful the Chiao family is. They can raise such a daughter. Is there anything they can't do? It's pitiful that Psyche and those other actresses have been so mistreated by Chiao Na's idiotic fans that they haven't said a word yet. Jonah has been in trouble all her life, and I will never watch your drama again. In reality, her acting is much more exciting than in TV series and movies. Jonah looked at these hurtful comments and was so angry that she smashed her studio into a mess. The other assistants and managers were trying to persuade him, but they couldn't do anything to persuade him. If the master got angry, it would be useless even if the sky fell. Because of Chiao Na's incident, the entire Shengding company's stock price fell. What's even more puzzling is that at this point, Chiao Na is still unwilling to apologize. Jonah just feels that she has a noble head, but she is unwilling to admit her mistakes. The company has already arranged a whitewashing plan for her. It doesn't matter if she has some dirty information now. Their company's public relations are very good and can support her to make a comeback. However, the current situation is that Chiao Na is not even willing to take the first step to clear her name. I'm so angry. Who is that thorn bird? Why is he so nosy? Jonah sat on the sofa angrily, sulking with her arms folded. End of this chapter. The Return of the National Goddess. Author, Yuen Suya. Chapter 310. Chapter 310 I can give you whatever you want. The agent looked at the chaos around him and felt angry but dared not speak. He had just received a call from the chairman, and he must persuade Chiao Na to apologize, otherwise his position would not be guaranteed. Therefore, the agent had no choice but to bite the bullet and walk towards Chiao Na, stepping on the debris on the ground. Goddess, the most important thing now is not who that person is, but you must stabilize public opinion first. You are being scolded so badly on the internet, and if you don't come out and apologize, it will really be irreparable. The agent persuades. Chiao Na is high-spirited and likes to hear nice words from others, so everyone in the company calls her Beauty Chiao or Goddess, just to make this Buddha happy. Why should I apologize? I'm just unhappy with things that have been handled well. Why did such an episode happen? Who is that person? I must find her out and cut her to death. Jonah clenched her fists and said through gritted teeth. You must know that Chiao Na debuted at the age of 5 and has never had any particularly dark history in the 15 years since her debut. It was almost a smooth journey and he grew up being supported by others. She couldn't bear to hear any negative comments, so she sincerely hated the person who exposed her affairs. Yes, everything the goddess said is right, but now you have to stabilize the netizens first. The agent was so anxious that sweat broke out on his forehead. Jonah changed several agents one after another, but they all couldn't serve her, so she left because of anger or was fired. I don't know which number this is now. Although the salary as Chiao Na's agent is very high, Chiao Na is a money tree after all. But this eldest lady has a really bad temper, the kind that can ignite at the slightest moment. And in her world, there is no right or wrong, as long as she does it, it must be right. The three views are simply as distorted as the Pacific Ocean, but there is no way. In order to survive, the agent just has to swallow his anger and please this little ancestor. Don't make any noise first. Jonah said impatiently, then walked aside and made a phone call. Hey, great God, I need your help. It's already like this, and I can't help you. The voice on the other end was extremely cold. Huh, Chiao Na suddenly fainted. Master, can't you do anything? Then what should I do? The only weak hope in Chiao Na's heart was also extinguished. I owe you almost enough. Your affairs have nothing to do with me from now on. Don't contact me again. I don't need this number anymore. Jonah suddenly panicked when she heard the unusually calm voice on the other end of the phone. Master, this is serious. Master will not care about her anymore. Huh, God, I can give you money. Jonah said hurriedly. I'm not short of money now. I have my own things to do, that's all. The sound on the other end of the phone was cut off. Jonah still refuses to give up. This matter has not been completely resolved. How can the master just ignore her? Jonah called the grate again, but this time it showed that the number was empty. Only then did Kiana become completely desperate and slumped on the ground with a dull expression. The agent came over, saw Chiao Na's appearance, and immediately asked, My goddess, What's wrong with you? What's so uncomfortable about this? Hey. Jonah's eyes suddenly turned red. She has been showing off in the entertainment industry for so many years, but no negative news has come out. This is because she has a great God, the Buddha, supporting her. Now, this Buddha has become an immortal and no longer cares about her. Joanna felt like an abandoned baby, her heart hollowed out. End of this chapter.